You know, the Ghost Who Walks was, yes, it was a nickname I had when I was younger, when I was probably 7 or 8, but it wasn't one that I thought was a terrible nickname, to be honest with you. I mean, I think every kid gets some strange nickname that somehow seems to, some of them are absolutely cruel and don't really make any sense, but some of them make sense. And as a, you know, through the years, I've always remembered that nickname and thought that kind of made sense for me. I was very pale, obviously, but a little, I've always been one step removed, you know, and I think when I was younger, it was more extreme than it is now. I was quite distant towards just, you know, my other friends at school. I was always on the outside of things, and if anything, it was quite a interesting nickname because there was truth to that, I think. I didn't expect to become successful at all, but then when I did, I had to ride that wave. I had to make a name for myself, so to speak, and it really did lead me to New York and led me to, you know, meet some incredibly creative people, and that was really the first big step, was moving to New York. That was where I realized I was around like-minded people who shared the same passions as me, and that's when I sort of started telling myself that I could actually make music and that it was something that was genuine and not something that I could daydream about for the rest of my life. It's been a long process of me getting to even make this album. I think that these friends of mine really encouraged me. And then I joined a cabaret called the Citizens Band Cabaret, and that was the biggest stepping stone for me, was being in the Citizens Band. Because it was a collective of incredibly creative people, be it filmmakers, actors, singers, musicians, even sort of, you know, Cirque du Soleil trapeze artists. It's just such a wild group of characters, and being a part of that for the past 7 years was really important because it made me believe in myself, but it also made me a better performer and made me take my songs out of an introverted place and put them out on a stage. It felt like all the people I was around kept whispering in my ear that I should make a record, but I realized I had to work on my lyrics more and I had to work on being a better musician, so I just spent a lot of time doing that. You know, a lot of people have asked, because I think a lot of people expect that when you work with your, you know, spouse or your partner that it's going to be a disaster, and you hear the horror stories, but the fact that Jack built a recording studio in our home, so to speak, and the way we recorded the record, I didn't go into the studio for weeks at a time. It was when we had time. We'd go in a couple of days here and there over the course of a year, just a few days, and it was a very natural way of recording. It wasn't forced, it wasn't pressured. And if anything, I felt that Jack and I really enjoyed ourselves making the record. It was a really fun time for us. It wasn't daunting at all. You know, obviously Jack has an incredible reputation, and him producing my record, I was anxious that, wow, what if we fight? What if we have major creative differences, but what if it's not any good? And he's got this fantastic reputation and he's gonna make his wife's record and it's gonna just fall flat on, you know, it's gonna make him look bad. But once I got into the studio, all that vanished. Oh, I wanna lie about this one, but I can't. Okay, it was Kylie when I was 5 years old. I'll be honest, yeah, Kylie Minogue. I was 5 years old and my brother took me to see her. It's so, yeah.